upcoming assembly elections in Maharashtra, Union Home Minister Amit Shah today fired a no-holds-barred broadside on leaders of Mahavikas Aghadi. One by one, he took on the leaders of the alliance. In an unusually scathing onslaught on NCP SP Chief Sharad Pawar, BJP's chief strategist called him the ringleader of corrupt. Then it was the turn of Uddhav Thackeray, who was dubbed the leader of Aurangzeb fan club. Shah substantiated his tag by accusing Uddhav of not taking forward Balasaheb Thackeray's legacy and instead pandering to those who fed biryani to Kasab and who backed Yaqub Memon. Coming down heavily on leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi as well, Home Minister said that his arrogance would be crushed after Congress's defeat in ensuing assembly polls in Maharashtra, Haryana and Jharkhand.
श्रीमान उद्धव ठाकरे औरंगजेब फैन क्लब के नेता बने। अपने आप को बाला साहब का वारिस कहने वाले उद्धव जी कसाब को बिरयानी खिलाने वाले लोगों के साथ बैठे हैं। उद्धव जी याकूब को छोड़ने की गुहा लगाने वाले के साथ आप बैठे हो। जाकिर नाइक को मैसेंजर ऑफ पीस बनाने वालों की गोदी में उद्धव जी आप बैठे हो। पीएफआई को सपोर्ट करने वालों की गोदी में उद्धव ठाकरे आप बैठे हो। आपको शर्म आनी चाहिए। ये भ्रांति फैलाकर चुनाव जीतना चाहते हैं और भ्रष्टाचार की बातें कर रहे हैं। भ्रष्टाचार का सबसे बड़ा सरगना भारत की राजनीति में है तो शरद पवार है। इसमें मेरे मन में कोई कंफ्यूजन नहीं। कोई भी सरकार में भ्रष्टाचार को संस्थागत करने का काम, इंस्टीट्यूशनलाइज करने का काम अगर किसी ने किया तो शरद पवार आपने किया है। मैं डंके की चोट पर कहकर सैकड़ों उदाहरण दुनिया भर की राजनीति में मिलेगा, मगर एक अनूठा उदाहरण राहुल गांधी दुनिया को दे रहे। वो हारने के बाद अहंकारी हो गए। 300 सीट गठबंधन की और 240 सीट भारतीय जनता पार्टी की। कांग्रेस ने 10 साल शासन किया, कभी 240 सीट यूपीए में उनकी नहीं आई थी।
Now all the attacks have been rebutted by the Aghadi allies, who are also attributing this to desperation emanating from Mahayuti's recent drubbing in Lok Sabha elections.
सारे षड्यंत्र करने के बाद भी, सारे जुमलेबाजी करने के बाद भी, पार्टियों को तोड़ने के बाद भी, चुनाव चिन्ह लेने के बाद भी, सरकार गिराने के बाद भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी को महाराष्ट्र की जनता ने केवल 17 सीटें दिए 48 में से। ये बेचैनी, ये बौखलाहट न तो दिल्ली को पसंद आ रही है, न भारतीय जनता पार्टी महाराष्ट्र के नेताओं को पसंद आ रही है। उसी को देखते हुए अमित शाह ये बयानबाजी कर रहे हैं।
The truth is, Bharatiya Janata Party has legitimized corruption. They accuse political leaders of corruption, but once those political leaders join the BJP, they all are given a clean chit. This washing machine process of giving a clean chit to these kind of leaders is BJP legitimizing corruption.
राहुल जी ने स्पष्ट तरीके से आपको पूछ बोला है कि 50% की मियाद हटाओ और जिसकी जितनी संख्या भारी उसकी उतनी भागीदारी। इस तत्व को लेकर ये झगड़े खत्म करो और सबको समान न्याय दो। लेकिन आप तो करते नहीं। डबल इंजन की सरकार है ना आपकी, जरा करके दिखाइए। यहाँ ये झूठ चलने वाला नहीं है। लोकसभा में मुंह की खाई थी, विधानसभा में मुंह की ही खाओगे।
So has the Home Minister today set the tone pretty much for the upcoming assembly elections in the state? To answer that question, we'll be joined on the broadcast by several guests. Ali Daruwala of the BJP is with us right now. We are also going to be joined by Yuvraj Pokharna, columnist in a bit. Advocate Nirmala Samant from NCPSP is with us, and Kishore Tiwari, Shiv Sena UBT, is going to be with us in a very short while from now. But my first question to you, Mr. Ali Daruwala, is it is very rare to see somebody from the BJP take on Sharad Pawar in such a manner. Has there been a thought out change in strategy?
For last 1.5 to 2 years, if you see, he has been doing divisive politics. Ajit Pawar, the fact he left the family and he opted to join BJP is because Sharad Pawar has lost vision, and all the 30-35 years of corruption that he has done Ajit Pawar could not stand. He was suffocating over there. And when he has joined, that blow that he has got, he cannot take it. This is the reason why Sharad Pawar is doing things which were not expected out of a seasoned politician. It is only when things have gone out of control, when a seasoned politician like Amit Shah has accused Sharad Pawar openly on a forum today of calling him the leader of corruption. And we second it, and we second it with facts and figures, right? Beginning from the 92 blast, who were the people responsible of getting Dawood Ibrahim to run out of this country? Right from there, what happened at Patrawala Chal? What happened with all the people who were out on bail? Sharad Pawar has a stain on his hand and is a very unclean politician.
Okay, no, these were facts that were known. Their allegations had always been coming from the BJP against the NCP, even when Ajit Pawar hadn't joined the party. But what is particularly surprising is the nature of this attack. So you were saying that this allegation, this acrimony was always there. It's just that because assembly elections are on the corner, on the anvil, and that is why this came out like this today.
No, not at all, ma'am. Just putting the record straight over here, for the election and for what is going to come in November, December, for the assembly election, we have got our manifesto, we have our agenda. We have given money to the Ladla Behan and Ladli Behan and Ladla Bhai.
No, sir, all that is fine. You put forth your policies. That is par for course. That happens normally. But for Amit Shah to come out and say that Sharad Pawar is the Sargana, the ringleader of graft who has institutionalized graft, that seems to be surprising. And why I say that, let's play out the visuals of Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacting with Sharad Pawar. And this is just one occasion that we are going to be showing to you, because on multiple occasions we've seen the kind of body language they share, the kind of personal ties they share, and usually such acerbic attacks are avoided. So what I am trying to understand is there a strategic change given the extremely poor performance in the recent elections?
Not at all. Ma'am, the election results that we saw was not because of Sharad Pawar's good performance. It was because of our policies that we did not adopt in time for the minorities. The minority vote, the 30-40 seats that we have lost is only and only because of minority. And I can tell with confidence on a prestigious channel like yours, we have lost 30 to 40 seats, which we would have won had our Prime Minister not mentioned about the population of a certain minority. And you know what it was. I don't want to repeat it over here.
Okay, that's very interesting that you're saying that, sir, because Amit Shah today once again made the Aurangzeb fan club attack then. Would it not be seen in the same tone?
No. I'll tell you one thing over here. See, the citizens have the right to know through your prestigious channel that Uddhav Thackeray ji has been misled. And I can tell you openly today, and the person who has misled Uddhav Thackeray and taken our natural alliance away is Honorable Sharad Pawar. He has played this divisive politics. Over here, Prashant Kishore ji, we have got Kishore Tiwari also with us. He will agree that Uddhav Thackeray, respected Balasaheb Thackeray, this party has taken bullets in their chest for the car sevaks, for the Ram Mandir construction. They are equally responsible for getting this thing in order. But what happened, what went astray, and we do not have Uddhav Thackeray on board with us is the reason from Baramati. I am saying with confidence. This is what Sharad Pawar has done, and this is what he has never got majority.
Some
and he's never
very interesting points emerging there. The focus of attack seems to be shifting from Uddhav Thackeray or the Congress clearly to Sharad Pawar. Now, Mr. Kishore Tiwari, what do you have to say to the charge that Uddhav Thackeray is being misled by Sharad Pawar?
Sharad Pawar has made him chief minister and everything, but if Daruwala should have gone into the past, the days are there when our honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji said कि मुझे राजनीति जो सिखाई तो उंगली पकड़कर मुझे मोदी शरद पवार जी ने सिखाई। तो मुझे लगता है कि शरद पवार जी 85 साल के हो गए और शरद पवार जी के विरुद्ध उन्हें भ्रष्टाचार के नेता कहना, यह मुझे बुरा लगा और मैं ये रिकॉर्ड पे रखना चाहता हूं। अगर कोई भ्रष्टाचार के आरोप, संगीन आरोप थे, तो वो अजीत पवार पे थे और उनके भतीजे के वजह से वो बहुत ऑकवर्ड कंडीशन में आ जाती थी। और जो इरिगेशन स्कैम के 70,000 करोड़ की बात की थी, वो अजीत पवार पे आरोप थे। ठीक है, अभी वो बीजेपी के तरफ चले गए तो उन्हें हर चीज में क्लीन चिट मिल गई है, लेकिन बीजेपी का करप्शन के खिलाफ बोलना महाराष्ट्र में एक मजाक लगता है और मुझे लगता नहीं कि हम ऐसी राजनीति का और इस चुनाव के प्रचार का दौर में इस प्रकार की भाषा का वापर करेंगे। हमारे पास हमारा आर्थिक कार्यक्रम है, उनके पास उनका आर्थिक कार्यक्रम है, लेकिन एक पहली बार प्रिया ऐसा हुआ कि बीजेपी का प्रवक्ता कह रहा है कि हमने शरद पवार जी को जो 8 सीटें मिली, 10 सीटें लड़ने के बाद, वो शरद पवार के वजह से नहीं मिली, हमारी निकम्मी सरकार के वजह से मिली, हमारे जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर है उनकी गलत बयानबाजी से मिली। मुझे लगता है कि पंतप्रधान ने इस प्रवक्ता का बहुत ही गंभीरता से लेना चाहिए और पंतप्रधान जी की वोटों पे चुन के आने के बाद इस तरीके की बात करना, जहां वो हार गए हैं, ये भी गलत है। हमने भी चुनाव के दरमियान कभी कोई मोदी जी पे विशेष टिप्पणी नहीं की और अमित शाह जी को हमने क्या तड़ीपार कभी कहा, उन्हें हमें नरसंहार के जनक कहा? नहीं कहा, हमने कभी नहीं कहा। देखिए, देश ने उनको चुन के दिया है, वो गृह मंत्री है, उनके पास सारी एजेंसियां है। अगर शरद पवार जी के खिलाफ अगर इतने उनके पास संगीन आरोप है, तो मैं कह रहा हूं दम है तो आ जाओ, दम है तो आ जाओ। और महाराष्ट्र में तुम्हारी क्या योजनाएं हैं ये तुमको मालूम।
सर योजनाओं के बारे में तो अभी कोई भी बात नहीं कर रहा है, which is another very unfortunate thing. But Miss Nirmala, I will come to you. Just give me one moment, Mr. Daruwala. Would you want to respond to Mr. Tiwari?
Yeah, 110% I'd like to respond to Mr. Kishore Tiwari ji. He is saying that Uddhav Thackeray, who is our national alliance, has not been misguided by Sharad Pawar. If that's not the fact, till few months back they were together. That time he did not know about irrigation scam. That time he was totally defending Ajit Pawar ji on the same channel as calling him a clean person. So what happened to his attitude in 3 months when he joins BJP? He himself, for which he is defending on the channel today, he is calling Ajit Pawar corrupt. So what a double standard these people have. This is what I want to make it very clear.
Priya, should I add one thing? Priya, should I add one thing?
Please.
Priya, the Devendra Fadnavis was having one truck evidences against Ajit.
Dialogue.
Okay, we seem to have lost that signal over there. But Mr. Daruwala, his specific question was, if you have such strong allegations, if you have evidence, why don't you file a case? Why don't you present that evidence? Why don't you pursue it?
100%. When the Home Minister, who is in the highest chair of security of this country, and he calls him a ringleader of corruption, you will see, and it will be proven. It is not a baseless and a meaningless allegation that we have made. Sharad Pawar has never played straight. I can assure you, whenever he came into power, he is the person who did divisive politics. He broke away from the godfather who made him the leader in Maharashtra.
But sir, this is not about divisive politics. Right now, it is about corruption and graft and who stands where on that. And on that note, let me bring in Ms. Nirmala Samant. What do you think, ma'am? Is Ajit Pawar corrupt or not? Let's start from there.
Let me first of all answer that today the Union Home Minister mounted a very scathing attack on the stalwart leader NCP's Mr. Sharad Pawar. It's very, very unfortunate. Moreover, it is highly defamatory and one can easily take legal action because anything which is without proof is said amounts to defamation and loss to the reputation of any person, and therefore it is highly, highly objectionable. Second, it is very unfortunate. Thirdly, it is out of sheer frustration because for them, for BJP, Maharashtra is very, very important, and therefore they have formed this double engine Sarkar, which I think it has become a trouble engine government for them. And they have seen that, first of all, definition of corruption doesn't mean only money, but it is also definition of misuse of election commission, misuse of ED, misuse of CBI, misuse of, and the present government which is formed by the union people is unconstitutional.
Ma'am, you still haven't answered my question, ma'am. Is Ajit Pawar corrupt or not?
Yes, yes. See, it is actually the allegation by ED that there are the corruption charges on him. Everybody knows that he is facing ED, and the files are still in front of the ED, income tax and other CBI agencies. Because there was a threat that he will be arrested, his family members will be arrested. Therefore, it was like extortion by the BJP government, and there were corruption charges against him. Out of fear and to save his punishment or going to the jail, he has joined BJP. So it is a time will tell, and the people of Baramati has already given reply of your question by electing Supriya Ji, because the same charge was there on him, and people said that the BJP has deliberately broken the party and saying that 70,000 ka ghotala, and the same nationally corrupt party is NCP.
Okay.
And wahi nationally corrupt party ka basic accusation tha अजित पवार के ऊपर, और immediately after joining the party ये अगर corrupt नहीं होते तो who is responsible? Therefore the answer lies in my explanation to you.
It's a very convoluted explanation, ma'am, but politics is about convoluted things. But let me move on to the other question. Now, very surprisingly, Mr. Daruwala earlier said that the consequences of Prime Minister's statement were borne out by the BJP. But what about what Mr. Amit Shah said today about Uddhav Thackeray? He said two things. First, he gave a clarion call. He said that saffron must rise again, and then he branded entire Aghadi as Aurangzeb fan club. Now, Mr. Daruwala, I'll repeat my question. If a certain strategy, a certain kind of statements, you specifically mentioned minorities, had heard the BJP earlier, you've seen the outcome in Maharashtra Lok Sabha numbers as well, not just nationally, why repeat the same mistake? Or do you think it is not repeating the same mistake?
No, it is not repeating. It is setting the record right. What Uddhavji did in Aurangabad, he had promised that he will change the name to Sambhaji Nagar, and on the last day he backed out. It did not happen. The order did not go through. Why? Why this double stand? Because he was sitting chair to chair with this kind of people wearing that netted caps, and to appease them, to make them happy, that thing was reverted. It did not happen. What happened in Usmanabad? Over there, he had promised he will, when he was in power, he will change the name. What happened? He did not do it. Why? This was the arm twisting done by Honorable Sharad Pawar ji. He thought that by appeasing the particular sect in Maharashtra, he will garner their votes. This is a very short-lived politics. What Sharad Pawar ji is making Uddhav ji do is very short-lived. It will not work in the long run. Within the heart of hearts, so Vandaniya Balasaheb Thackeray said on this channel of yours, agar Ram Mandir की निर्माण के लिए और बाबरी मस्जिद को गिराने में अगर हमारे शिव सैनिकों का हाथ है, तो उसके लिए मैं गर्व है, मुझे शिव सैनिकों का गर्व है. उनका पुत्र अगर ऐसा काम करता है तो दैट इज रियली very shameful. Over here, point number 2. Now I will tell you what Amit Shah ji said about Sharad Pawar, and I will second it. Now it is there, it is a fact. Kishore Tiwari ji, ma'am will also agree. Every second building, every second complex, every third 5-star hotel, you ask anybody, they will say with tight lips, yeah, the sleeping partner is from Baramati. Who is owned? It is by Baramati. Ma'am, the worth, the cash.
But sir, if BJP is in power right now, instead of us discussing that on a debate on television, why is it not being seen in terms of complaints and FIRs?
Exactly. They have played so smartly. They have played. He's got this stooge who are running under his. We all know, this builder, if you say, who is he? He's a stooge of this guy. This builder is a stooge.
Okay.
The lines are going to Baramati. We all know. Nobody's talking about it. Today,
All right.
Home Minister
Sir,
has openly said-
unfortunately, I'll have to interrupt you. We've completely run out of time. But one thing is clear that Amit Shah, being BJP's chief strategist, pretty much today in everything that he said, and we couldn't even discuss Rahul Gandhi and his arrogance, and Shah saying that they are going to win all the 3 assembly elections that are upcoming, pretty much set the tone of a political agenda in Maharashtra at least. The elections are just a couple of months down the corner. Can BJP change its fortunes, or will Maha Vikas Aghadi manage to retain the performance and even better it perhaps what they did in Lok Sabha? That remains to be seen. Thank you everybody for joining me. We take a very quick break.